2020, everyone. Jessica here with Beauty Be Heard. If you haven't already done so, like and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit that notification button so you can be notified as soon as I make any new videos and they're uploaded to my channel. But more than anything else, I wanted to just say hello and also let you know something really incredible that happened yesterday as I was getting my family ready for church. I had already gotten my son ready and he's just kind of like antsy waiting for me to get done, and I'm about to be finished, and he starts opening the door to his sister's room to go out into the hallway. And I said, close the door. I told you to stay inside. I'm almost done. He says, I'm just opening the door to look outside. I'm not going outside. And then I told him, well, if you look and see what's outside, you'll want to go outside. And he was like, no, I won't. He ended up closing the door and staying inside the room. And then God just gave me the revelation. And he led me to this passage in Proverbs chapter 7, verse 2, where it says, if you do what I say, you will live well. Guard your life with my revelation truth, for my teaching is as precious as your eyesight. So this was the Passion Translation. I think the NLT reads something like, like obey my voice, and it's as precious as guarding your eyesight or something like that. And so I was just like, wow, God, so much about 2020 is, clear vision and hearing God. And, if you saw one of my other videos about Job 22 verse 8 or 22 and 28, where if you shall decree a thing and it shall be established unto you, that's all about vocalizing. That's all about, declaring according to what God has already declared and seeing those things come to pass and manifestation in your life. But also with your eyesight, I told my husband, I feel like God was telling me also, is just like I told my son, if you open that door, there could be a temptation that you see on the other side of that door that is going to draw you away from where I told you to stay, and it's going to tempt you to disobey the instruction that I've given you. And so if we're going to see God, if we are going to see with the eyes of our spirit what God sees and what he's revealing to us, how much more do we need to keep doors closed in our eye gates, or how much should we do to really maintain the integrity of our vision? As it says here, it says, as precious as your eyesight is. We really need to do that, because God's revelation truth is what we'll be able to perceive. And if we're throwing that away, then we're throwing away revelation and we can't walk in truth. And that just takes us down a totally different path. And so it was just such a powerful revelation. It's just one scripture. It's just something so small, but I just really feel like God is a God of little things too. He says, steward, if you're a good steward over the little, then, he will trust you with much and you'll be able to be a good steward over much. And I feel that's so true with revelation and instructions and obeying. And obeying was a really big thing that, my pastor preached about yesterday at our church, but that is something absolutely monumental to my relationship and walk with God, and how he has just told me to do things as early as, November 2018, that I didn't know he was speaking to me, but I was listening enough to obey, even though I didn't know I was obeying him. And oh my gosh, how incredible it has been to see the fruits of my obedience, not just for myself, but for my children. So for 2020, in order to walk and guard your life with God's revelation truth, you need to guard your eye gates and make sure that you're treating your eyesight as precious as you would treat that revelation. And so be careful of the doors that you open up. Be careful of the environments that you surround yourself in. Be careful of what you allow to enter into your eye gate that would cause you then to disobey potentially the instructions that God has given you, because this is a season where God is going to do incredible things and we don't want to miss it, and we certainly don't want to mess it up. So I just wanted to share that with you. The book of Proverbs is a book of wisdom, and if you find yourself reading in it it's just amazing the things that God will reveal to you and speak to you. As he says here, if you do what I say, you will live well. Guard your life with my revelation truth, for my teaching is as precious as your eyesight. I hope you guys take care, and I'll be talking to you soon.